Deep within a shadowy forest, an ancient house hides secrets unknown to man. Trapped souls, terrifying creatures, and lurking shadows inhabit this place, a place that's not as abandoned as everyone thinks. Prepare for a different kind of horror where everything you fear can become real. Our upcoming film will take you to the depths of terror on a perilous journey. Are you ready to face the darkness? On a dark night deep within a dense forest, Layla walked hesitantly, her heart pounding with fear and anxiety. A cold wind whipped around her, and the branches of the trees creaked ominously, as if whispering dark secrets. The path leading to the abandoned house was muddy, and each step brought her closer to an unknown world filled with terrifying mysteries. As she drew closer to the enormous tree beside the house, Layla's heart skipped a beat. Before her, a colossal black spider, unlike any she had ever seen, was slowly descending. It wasn't alone. Behind it crawled others, their legs clicking on the damp ground like an army of death emerging from the shadows. Layla trembled and started to back away, but what she saw next was even worse. A pale, distorted face peered out from the house's window, staring at her with a devilish grin. Its skeletal fingers tapped slowly and steadily against the glass, as if waiting for the perfect moment to strike. In a desperate attempt to escape, Layla dashed towards the house, her heart pounding with fear. Suddenly, empty clothes began to move on their own, inching closer and closer. With each step, the fabric swayed, as if an unseen force was pulling it, as if it were chasing her into eternity. Layla stepped into the abandoned house, her breath coming in ragged gasps, her body trembling. Complete darkness enveloped the place, and the sounds emanating from the walls made her feel as if the house was not as empty as she had thought. A chill crept into her bones, and the eerie silence heightened her tension. In one of the rooms, Layla stopped in front of an old painting of a woman. Suddenly, the slender woman emerged from the painting. Her long, distorted body began to move slowly, advancing towards Layla step by step, her piercing eyes following her every move. The woman was not merely a picture. She was an evil spirit that had emerged from the depths of the haunted painting. In the corner of the room, a small boy appeared, pale-faced, and his clothes torn. But he was no ordinary boy. In his chest was a deep hole where his heart should have been. Blood was slowly oozing out, but he felt no pain. He approached Layla and said in a low voice, "You must run before they find you." From beneath the floorboards, a scream began to rise, the cry of a woman drowning in despair. The sound seemed to come from a deep lake beneath the house, and the water seeping through the floor made Layla feel as if she were trapped at the bottom of the lake herself. The drowning woman's voice filled the room, pleading for help, but to no avail. In a back room, Layla saw an old man sitting in a rocking chair. He was reading from an old book in a low voice, but what was terrifying was that he had no eyes. His eyes were just dark, empty sockets, yet he seemed to see everything. He whispered, "They know you're here, and they won't let you leave." The creatures gathered around Layla, giant spiders, ghosts, moving clothes, the gaunt woman, and the dead boy. They all slowly approached her, and with each step, darkness consumed the entire house. And finally, Layla vanished into this living nightmare, and the house became a domain of horror once more. That's all for this dark night. If you're brave enough to delve deeper into tales of terror that transcend imagination and unveil the most horrifying nightmares, don't forget to subscribe to Fear Factory Stories. We'll be waiting for you in the next episode where fear lurks in the shadows. Remember, here fear isn't just a feeling, it's a reality waiting for you. Until we meet again, make sure to turn off the lights and don't look behind you.